Now we go for the second ratio. Second ratio is current ratio. What is the formula of current ratio?
Current assets upon current
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 liability.
assets.
assets upon current liability. Very nice. So first we put the formula of current asset and current liability. Okay. So our formula is equal to current asset is equal to current assets upon current liability. This is our formula, current assets upon current liability. Okay. Now, what is the current assets of R Limited and K Limited and current liability of R Limited and K Limited, that we need to determine. આપણે calculate કરવી પડશે. Okay. અને calculate કર્યા પછી આપણે answer મૂકીએ છીએ. Clear? Whatever the final answer that we will put later on. Okay. But you know the current assets and current liability of it. તમને ખબર છે current asset ને current liability કેટલી છે? No. So we need to calculate. આપણે એને calculate કરવી પડશે. So let's go for the calculation of current assets and current liability. We have the example. So here, which are the current assets? Stock, debtors, then cash. These are the current assets. Correct? Anything else? બીજું કઈ આવશે current asset માં ઉપરથી? Retain earnings and debentures and sundry. No. This stock, debtors and cash. These three are the current assets. Okay. So what is the total of current assets here? Just a minute. No, not certificate. So let's directly make the total first. So what is the total of stock, debtors and cash? 128 plus 60, 160 plus 64. 3
3,52,000.
lakh 62,000. 3 lakh, 3 lakh 50,
52,000.
52,000. 3 lakh 50,
3 lakh 50.
okay, 52,000.
Sir, 3
And
lakh.
okay, 3 lakh. And what is the total of K? K નું કેટલું total થાય છે?
5
320 plus 144. 5
5
lakh,
lakh 4,000.
5
4,000.
lakh 4,000. Okay, 5 lakh 4,000. Okay. Now total of current liabilities. So current liabilities are sundry creditors, bank overdraft. These two only, nothing else. So 176 in case
One
of,
lakh 76,000.
and
2,80,000.
2,80,000. 2,80,000. Okay. Now answer is
Two.
first માં આવશે 2:1. 2:1. 2:1. And second one
1.8.
1.8:1. અચ્છા, is to 1 આપણે મૂકી દેવાનું છે. આન્સર તમારા કેલ્સી પર 1.8 જ બતાવતું હશે. ક્લિયર? So 1.8:1. 2:1. Okay. So which company liquidity position સારી છે? R Limited or K Limited?
R limited.
R Limited is good because because the current ratio is high as compared to K limited. So liquidity position of R limited is better than K limited. Okay, our standard ratio is also 2:1. So R limited current ratio is equivalent to the standard, means ideal ratio 2:1, and K limited is less than ideal. That's why also called a K limited's liquidity position is not good. And in comparison of R limited, K limited is not doing well. K limited's current asset is less. As આમ જોવા જઈએ તો K limited ની current asset વધારે છે, 5,04,000 છે, પણ એની સામે current liability બી વધારે છે. So in comparison of current liability, the position of R limited is better. Okay, આમ જોવા જઈએ કે સાહેબ કરંટ એસેટ તો 5,4 છે, આની 3,52 છે. ક્લિયર? પણ આંકડો નથી જોવાનો. Okay, figure is not gives you the correct information, but comparison of the figure is given the correct information. That is useful for the analysis purpose. અને એટલે જ તમારા રિઝલ્ટનું એનાલિસિસ આપણે ટકાવારીથી કરીએ છીએ, નહીં કે કેટલા માર્ક્સ આયા. રાઈટ? 5 માર્ક્સ આયા હોય, પણ એ 5 કેટલામાંથી આયા છે, that is important. 10 માંથી 5 આયા તો 50% કહેવાય. ક્લિયર? અને 8 માંથી 5 આયા તો 66% કહેવાય. ઓકે, તો કેટલામાંથી 5 માંથી 5 આયા તો 100% કહેવાય. So numbers are not important, but out of total how much you obtain, that is the percentage. એ જ રીતે 1.76 ની કમ્પેરિઝનમાં કરંટ એસેટ્સ R limited ની અને 2.80 ની કમ્પેરિઝનમાં K limited ની કરંટ એસેટ્સ જોઈએ તો પોઝિશન ઓફ liquidity position of R limited is better than K limited. These things we can conclude with the help of this. આનાથી આપણે આ conclusion લઈ શકીએ છીએ. Okay, hope you understand. Acha, apart from this, you can show the total, means calculation of current assets and current liability. એનું ટોટલ તમે બતાવી શકો છો જોડે જોડે, પણ આ થોડું ફોર્મેટિંગમાં હાલ તકલીફ પડે છે એટલે મેં રહેવા દીધું, ડાયરેક્ટ ટોટલ કરાવડી દીધું છે. બટ યુ કેન, okay, you can show the calculation of current assets and current liability, which items are included in current asset, and means by preparing a small table. Okay, and total of current asset and current liability, how you got, then you can show as a working note with your answer. Okay, so that's okay. બતાવવું તો બતાવી દઈએ, પણ હાલ ચાલશે, હવે ટાઈમ એમાં બગાડતું નથી. આવશે ને, ખબર પડશે ને? ઓકે, એક્ઝામમાં બતાવી દેશો ને કરંટ એસેટ ને કરંટ લાયબિલિટી?
Yes, sir.
ઓકે,
Yes, sir.
અહીંયા બતાવવું તો બતાવી શકીએ છીએ, પણ હવે હું ટાઈમ નથી બગાડતો. Let's go for the next ratio. Next ratio is debtors ratio. So what is the formula of debtors ratio? You know,
Debtors
formula of
plus
debtors
bills
ratio is
receivable
debtors, very nice, debtors
plus bills receivable upon total
plus
credit
debtors
sale.
plus bills receivable upon credit
Total
sales.
credit sale.
Total credit sales. Total credit sales. This is our formula. Okay.
Into
Now put
number
the
of
values
days.
in. Yes, into number of days. Very nice. Into number of days. That is important. Into number of days in a year. In a year. Number of days in a year. It is given. Number of days in a year is available in the exam. Example માં આપેલા છે. આજ પ્રમાણે ટેબલ બનાવીને એની અંદર મૂકી દઈએ. ચલો, તો R limited માટે ડેટર્સ ની કિંમત કેટલી છે?
1,60,000.
Debtors are 160. BR છે?
No.
BR is there?
No.
No BR. Credit sales we have already calculated. Credit sale is 10 lakh 24,000. So 10 lakh 24,000. And number of days as given in the question, that is
360.
360. 360. So what your answer is?
56.25.
So 56 days. 56 days. 56 દિવસ. એ જ પ્રમાણે કે લિમિટેડ ની અંદર ડેટર્સ કેટલા છે?
144.
144.
144.
And credit sale is same, I think 10 lakh 24,000. And answer is
50 days.
50 days.
50 days. 50 days. So which company's activity is better than the other company? Which one is based here? 56 સારું કહેવાય 50 સારું કહેવાય? 56 is good or 50 is good?
50.
50 is good.
50 is good
50 is
because
good.
yes, because it is collection. Collection, how
Collection
early,
date.
how early you collect your amount of credit sale from your customer, that is called debtors ratio. So debtors ratio company point of view થી વાત કરી. આપણે 56 દિવસની ક્રેડિટ કસ્ટમરને આપીએ છીએ અને 50 દિવસની ક્રેડિટ કસ્ટમરને આપીએ છીએ. That is okay. તો 56 દિવસની આપવાથી આપણને કઈ ફાયદો થવાનો નથી. ક્લિયર? જેટલી ક્રેડિટ વધારે જશે એટલા બેડ ડેબ્ટ્સના પોસિબિલિટી વધશે. બેડ ડેબ્ટ્સ વધવાના ચાન્સીસ છે. બેડ ડેબ્ટ્સ ઓછા કરવા માટે કલેક્શન અર્લી હોવું જોઈએ. ઓકે, કલેક્શન જેટલું ઝડપી થાય એટલું એ કંપનીના ફાયદામાં છે. ક્લિયર? સો collection activity of K Limited is better than R Limited. કલેક્શન પોલિસી કે લિમિટેડ ની છે ને અથવા એક્ટિવિટી જે છે એ કે લિમિટેડ ની બેટર છે આર લિમિટેડ કરતા. ઓકે, કે લિમિટેડ ઇઝ બેટર દેન આર લિમિટેડ. Getting? Okay. Next is operating ratio. Operating ratio. Do you know the formula of operating ratio? First we put the formula of operating ratio. Formula is COGS, cost of goods sold, plus operating expenses plus operating expenses divided by total sales multiply by 100. Multiply by 100. This is your formula of the COGS. Clear? And now put the values in the formula. Formula માં કિંમત મૂકીશું આપણે હવે. Okay, so
Yes,
12
sir.
lakh, okay, 12 lakh 80,000 and into 100. Chal, calculate the answer.
86.
86 percentage, exact 86.
86.25.
86.25.
86.25%.
25.
0.25%.
6.25.
Okay. Now for the K Limited again sells to it at 12,80,000. And what about the COGS? COGS કેટલું છે એનું?
8
832,
lakh 32,000.
8,32,000. And what the operating expenses we calculated?
2,03,600.
Yes, 2,03,600. 2,03,600. Now the answer is
80.90 percentage.
80.90 percentage. Okay, now tell me which one is better? ખર્ચનો રેશિયો છે તો કોનો ખર્ચ વધારે છે? R નો, અને K નો ઓછો છે તો K is better.
R limited.
Okay, yes. So R limited expenses ratio, total cost ratio is greater. So R limited, K limited is better than R limited. So overall cost ratio, cost of R limited is greater than K limited. Therefore K limited K limited is better than R limited. Okay, जो GP रेशियो છે ને ગ્રોસ પ્રોફિટ રેશિયોમાં બી આ જ કન્ક્લુઝન હશે હિયર કે R limited K limited is better. જો GP રેશિયોમાં શું કહે છે? gross profit ratio K limited is greater. Okay, so K limited is good. And એ જ રીતે આમાં પણ K limited જ good આવે છે. The reason is કે એની કોસ્ટ ઓછી બેસે, કોસ્ટ ઓછી બેસે છે એટલે ગ્રોસ પ્રોફિટ રેશિયો ઊંચો આવે છે, એટલે નેટ પ્રોફિટ રેશિયો પણ ઊંચો આવશે. ક્લિયર? COGS જે છે એના ઉપર ડિપેન્ડ કરે છે. Okay, so this is the conclusion. Now the next ratio is rate of return on shareholders fund. Rate of return on shareholders fund. Okay, so rate of return on shareholders fund, what is the formula for it? So formula થશે એનું? યાદ છે કોઈને? shareholders fund मतलब net profit after tax divided by shareholders fund into 100. Into 100. Getting everybody? Formula is correct. Shareholders rate of return on shareholders fund, that means net profit after tax divided by shareholders fund into 100. And here shareholders fund, that means equity shareholders fund is same as. Okay, so चलो फटाफट एनी फिगर सुधी काढीए आप. काम करिए. Okay, so what is net profit after tax in case of R Limited? Net profit after tax
64,000.
64,000. So here 64,000 divided by shareholders fund. Shareholders
Four
fund
lakh ninety
is
six thousand.
4,96,000. 4,96,000. 4,96,000 into 100. Then answer is
12.90.
12.90. 90.
9%. Okay. Now in case of K Limited, what is gross profit? Sorry, net profit after tax? 1
1
lakh
lakh 2,400.
2,400 divided by
5 lakh
shareholders fund is
80,000.
5 lakh
5 lakh 80,000.
80,000. Okay. Now answer is
17.66.
17.66 percentage. Now which company's ratio is good? K Limited is better
Limited.
than R. So profitability means K Limited gives more return to its shareholders as compared to R Limited. So here K Limited is better once again. Okay. Next ratio is rate of return on capital employed. If capital employed is there, then formula is EBIT, earning before interest and tax, divided by total capital employed. Total capital employed. Capital employed. Okay. Now put the values in formula. So what is EBIT in case of R Limited? EBIT is 176. 1,76,000. And what is capital employed here?
8 lakh 16,000.
8,16,000. In the same way, here K Limited, what is EBIT? Let's see here. 2,444,000. Okay. And 844. And here what? 8 lakh. 8 lakh. See
44.
here. 44,000. Okay. 8 lakh 44,000. 8 lakh 44,000. Answer is
21.57. No, sir, first ma.
first mark
21.57.
21.57 percentage. Okay. And the second mark
28.96 percentage.
just a moment. You put the 100. Okay. And your answer is Parthi, pardon. Repeat karo.
28.96 thousand 96 percent.
28.96 percentage. Okay. So again, who gives more return? K Limited. So K Limited profitability of K Limited is profitability of K Limited is good as it gives more return on total capital employed. Capital employed मतलब invested capital. રોકાયેલા રૂપિયા ઉપર K Limited નું return ઊંચું છે as compared to R Limited. So again, K K Limited is better. Okay, and the last is debt equity ratio. Formula for debt equity ratio is long term debt upon shareholders fund, okay, into 100, then answer is in percentage. If not multiply by 100, then answer is in rupees, sorry, in proportion. Okay, તમારે જે રીતે આન્સર લાવો લઈ શકો છો, બંને આન્સર સાચા જ ગણાશે. પર્સન્ટેજમાં લાવતો હોય ચાલે અને પ્રપોર્શનમાં લાવતો હોય ચાલે. ચાલો, લોંગ ટર્મ ડેપ્ટ મતલબ ડિબેન્ચર. તો ડિબેન્ચર કેટલા છે આપણી પાસે? પહેલી કંપનીમાં ડિબેન્ચર 320, બીજામાં 264. 320 and 264. 320 and 264. 264. Okay. Sorry, 264 અહીંયા થોડી લખવાના છે. અહીંયા આવશે 264. And what is shareholders fund? Already we have mentioned above.
4,96,000.
496 and 580. 496 and 580. 5,80,000. Okay, answer
64.52.
64.52 percentage. And here
45.52.
52. Okay. દેવું જેનું ઓછું હોય એ સારું. તો કોનું દેવું ઓછું છે? લોંગ ટર્મ ડેપ્ટ શેરહોલ્ડરની કમ્પેરિઝનમાં કોનું ઓછું છે? K Limited નું છે. તો again K Limited is better. Okay. So solvency position, we can say it's a solvency position. So proportion of long term debt is less in K Limited, so solvency position of K Limited is better than R Limited. Okay, so here we have calculated all the ratios and example is almost over. So this is the method to calculate this example. Okay, hope you understand. આશા રાખીએ કે બધાને ખબર પડી હશે. કોઈ ક્વેરી, કોઈ કન્ફ્યુઝન હોય તો પૂછી લો.